Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. The international pageant world is in mourning following the death of a former beauty queen whose groundbreaking legacy reshaped global perceptions of beauty, culture, and national pride. Ieda Maria Vargas, the trailblazing Brazilian icon who made history as Miss Universe 1963, has passed away at the age of 80, just days before she would have celebrated her 81st birthday. Her death marks the end of an era and has sparked a wave of heartfelt tributes from fans, cultural leaders, and pageant organizations who remember her as far more than a title holder. She is being honored as a cultural trailblazer, whose influence reached far beyond the crown she once wore. A historic win that changed everything. Born on December 31, 1944, in Porto Alegre, Brazil, Ieda Maria Vargas rose from humble beginnings to international acclaim during a time when global platforms for women were limited. Her journey began in regional pageants before she captured the national spotlight as Miss Brazil. At just 18 years old, Vargas went on to represent her country at the Miss Universe competition, where she made history by becoming the first Brazilian woman ever to win the crown. Her victory instantly placed Brazil on the world stage and altered how Brazilian beauty, elegance, and confidence were perceived internationally. The moment was seismic. It wasn't simply about winning a pageant. It was about visibility, representation, and breaking barriers at a time when few women from South America were recognized globally. Vargas became a symbol of national pride and a catalyst for Brazil's future dominance in international beauty competitions. Life beyond the crown. Unlike many beauty queens whose fame fades after their reign, Vargas successfully transitioned into a multifaceted public life. She explored careers in acting, modeling, television, and business, remaining a visible and respected figure in Brazilian cultural circles for decades. Despite her public recognition, those closest to her describe a woman deeply devoted to her family. She married businessman José Carlos Athanasio in 1968, and together they raised 2 children. Loved ones have emphasized that her greatest pride came not from accolades, but from her role as a mother and partner. Her daughter later described her as a woman of light, strong, compassionate, and endlessly supportive, noting that she faced life's challenges with grace and resilience. A legacy that transcended beauty. Vargas's influence extended well beyond fashion and pageantry. Cultural historians have long credited her victory with helping reshape Brazil's global image during the 1960s, opening doors for future generations of Brazilian women in entertainment, media, and international representation. At a time when beauty standards were narrow and exclusionary, her presence on the world stage broadened perceptions and challenged stereotypes. She proved that beauty could coexist with intelligence, dignity, and cultural pride. Over the years, many later Miss Universe winners cited Vargas as an inspiration, not only for her achievement, but for how she carried herself with humility and purpose long after her reign ended. Tributes pour in. Following news of her passing, tributes flooded social media from fans across generations. Many shared vintage photographs, personal stories, and messages of gratitude, recalling how her historic win made them feel seen and proud. Pageant organizations and cultural institutions issued statements honoring her as a pioneer whose courage paved the way for others. Words like icon, legend, and trailblazer appeared repeatedly, underscoring the profound respect she commanded. One recurring sentiment stood out. Vargas didn't just win a crown, she opened doors. Final days and enduring memory. While details surrounding her passing have not been publicly disclosed, it is known that she spent her final days surrounded by loved ones. The timing of her death, so close to her birthday, has added a poignant note to the tributes, reminding many of the full, rich life she lived. As the world reflects on her legacy, Ieda Maria Vargas is being remembered not simply as a beauty queen, but as a woman who helped redefine what beauty, influence, and representation could look like on a global stage. Her crown may belong to history, but her impact remains timeless.